Hi, I'm Edward Avila. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be answering some of your most pressing questions, concerns. Many of you asked for advice on things because I asked you on Instagram a few days ago. At the same time, I'm going to be trying. There's this new Korean YouTuber I found. She's not new. She's a Korean YouTuber I just found recently. Her name is Yuna, and she made like a video about how to shrink pores. So I'm going to be trying out that method. But I will link her video below. I highly recommend watching it because it's very informative. And there are English subtitles. Oh, she's a chilly one. She's a cold-hearted bitch. 좀 thick하게 발라야 되고. Girl, settle down. Because I posted on Insta story, so it's only be open for 24 hours, and I knew that I was gonna have time to do it like within 24 hours. So I literally screen recorded me slowly scrolling through the questions. And of course, the first 20 of them would be from people that I already know. Your opinion on Mark and Ethan's breakup. Eddie Hyung, do you love me? Love ya, LOL. Love you too. I feel like I got a lot of the same question. So I'm going to be answering ones that I guess stand out to me. What songs want to make you throw your ass back? Well, I have this thing where I can be like, oh, some of the most like raunchy, like dirty hip hop songs. Urban songs can make me want to like throw that ass in a circle, but also I'm that type of bitch that will be like, oh my god, yes, like the Dora the Explorer theme song makes me want to throw my ass in a circle. So I like Gongwon Sonyo's new song, Puzzle Moon. Puzzle Moon, why don't you get the fuck out? This is a really cute song I found recently. It's Narcissist by No Rome. Just kidding, my camera's connected to my phone so I can't even play it. So I'll play a little clip here. I don't remember how the song goes, so I'm just kind of driving. 좋아하는 옷가게 추천해주세요. 요즘에, these days, I've been super into, I always vlog at A-Land, but I've actually been more into Around the Corner lately. They have Around the Corner in Karusukir, and it's like my favorite like streetwear urban shop lately. My favorite brands right now are still Ad, of course. OY. Yeah. Advice on how to live my life, please. Boy, this is one of my friends. Honestly, just keep doing what you're doing. You've got a nice body, you're working out, you've got a great job, you're making lots of money, so... But also at the same time, from what my conversations with you, it seems like you're not very fulfilled emotionally. It's one of those things where I need to like learn to connect my eye movement with like my mouth, because I'll be like, but my mouth is like, I feel as though this is the thing that people that I've met that, you know, are doing well financially are kind of unfulfilled, like emotionally. Half of me wants to be like, oh, it's because you're not in a relationship. And I'm saying like everything's about being in a relationship, but I feel like having a partner can help you with that sometimes. But also it could be any number of things. Having a lot of good friends around you can help. But then there are those people that are like, I don't fucking need friends. So I don't know what to tell you, I'm sorry. If I were to change only one thing about my style to have the greatest effect, what would you recommend? That's actually a really good question. What's what advice I could give anyone in general? Find your season. Now there's this whole like concept or like theory with color that depending on like your skin tone, your hair color, your eye color, you have a certain season. I will link a video down below that will explain everything to you, but I feel like that really helps when it comes to choosing colors and even with makeup that suits you the best. So I get a lot of questions about like, oh, what colors will suit me, but I've never met the person. So watching that video can help you find out your certain season, because when you find your certain season, then you can search like a palette on Google that shows you kind of colors that will suit you more. I believe I'm a soft autumn, which actually makes sense because when I saw the palette, it had a lot of colors that I was already gravitating towards anyway when it comes to like makeup and things. With style, I think finding something that suits you the best. Or you know what, just fucking wear all black. Or all white. How about that? Oh, and also please do not wear black shoes, black shoelaces, black socks. I've always been the type of person that's like, I don't fucking care about what you wear, whatever you want, but like black shoes, like black Vans with black laces and black socks. Remember when you were top for me? I got so many, it was like half of these about how to deal with anxiety, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. This is kind of just my opinion. If you disagree, we can agree to disagree, but I feel like a lot of people these days kind of don't really put themselves out. They're not saying like start a YouTube channel, but I mean like are crippled by the idea of like being in public, like whether it be in school or trying to find a job or something, and so they get anxiety, which is normal. But then they let it kind of overtake them, and they label that as like, oh, I have anxiety. Anxiety comes in all forms and things, and there can be very severe cases of actual like anxiety, like I am diagnosed by the doctor anxiety. But I feel like a lot of, especially younger people, don't really allow themselves to kind of, how do you explain it? Like in high school, right? We all get nervous about high school, like, oh my God, new people, like, will I fit in, things like that. And honestly, I really think that just putting yourself through that and kind of experience, it doesn't have to be like being in school, like putting yourself through that stressful social situation can help you grow as a person. And you know what? That's the thing though. The feelings of anxiety, completely normal, and that's fine. It's actually a normal part of life, and it's actually the body's response to being in situations like that. So I don't think it's anything to be afraid of. It's nothing to be ashamed of, having anxiety. It's just, you can think of it as just a way of your body responding to new situations. So my best advice for that is to just kind of go through it, and there's really no other way of going around. I don't really wish there was like a more like a step-by-step guide to like getting over this sort of thing, but I think that just like going through it and experiencing it, and honestly, even as you like get older and grow up, you start to get over it, a lot of these like feelings of anxiety. I don't, maybe that might just be me, but a lot of these feelings of anxiety and stress, a lot of that can happen in like the teenage years. So again, that's completely normal. And as you get older, you'll notice that a lot of these feelings start to dissipate. And whether you want to call it confidence or that you just care less, there's a piece of advice. If you're in high school or something, or you're around that age, I think people are so concentrated on how other people think of them that they forget that everyone else is more concerned about how everyone else thinks of them, if that makes sense. Like you'll be seeing, oh my God, I hope nobody noticed like this, this breakout I have on my face. But I swear to you, like everyone else is saying exactly the same thing. Whether their face shows it or not, everyone else is also having like the same feelings of anxiety or whatever. Some more than others, but I think if you focus more on yourself and care less about what others think, ironic for me, then that will help a little bit. Of course, it's not going to fix everything, but I think kind of just putting yourself in those social situations where you can learn to deal with those feelings, it will just come to you, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Last song you sang karaoke. Oh my God, I haven't sang karaoke in like a year. And the thing is, I'm Filipino. So, in Korea, I feel like going to noraebang, karaoke is like for fun, like with friends, but with Filipinos, honey, it is a competition. There is no friendship in karaoke. Noraebang is not a place of friendship. It is a battleground. And last time, I remember clearly, I was not having like a good vocal day the last time I went to the karaoke, so everyone was all like having fun, like, yeah! They weren't even singing like properly. They were just like shouting into the mic, and here I was like trying to properly sing it, and I wasn't doing very well, so I was like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore. Okay, I got a lot of questions as well for dry skin. Best tips for dry skin, 7 skin method. It's, you can slap on a lot of moisturizer, but sometimes that's kind of just moisturizing the surface. Start from the inside, hydrate the inside, and I can be like, oh, drink lots and lots of water, which is true, but if we're talking about skincare, layer on that toner. Speaking of which, I need to, hold on, let me wipe this off. That actually kind of goes into this other person's question as well, about how to keep that glass skin look. We can use all this sort of makeup to make us look like we have the glass skin look, like, glowy primers and things, but if your skin is really dehydrated, it's gonna suck up all that moisture from your makeup, and then your makeup will end up looking dry. So you want to start with skincare so that your skin is properly moisturized, and so your makeup doesn't end up looking dry. I think oil can be a great way of doing that as well. Any advice on red pinkish skin? I don't have any pimples or anything, but my skin is red. Those slightly greenish primers that even make like slightly green tinted sunscreens. There are people that have like especially people with really fair skin. It could be anybody. They have like really strong redness like all over. So if they put foundation just on their face, their neck ends up looking like really red. While here it's like all even. So maybe putting like a even layer, like a very thin even layer of like a sunscreen or some kind of like primer with like a slight green tint to it can even everything out, so you don't even have to wear foundation. You kind of just lessen the redness, and you don't have to have a heavy feeling of foundation all over. Did you try the Misha Glow series yet? I haven't. Apparently, according to Eddie, a lot of the Korean road shop brands aren't doing so hot this year, and apparently the trend in Korea is shifting over to people going to places like Olive Young and Lobes, which actually even I noticed I was doing. I don't really go to road shops anymore. A lot of people aren't really going to road shops anymore, and I thought Clio was doing really well. And he was like, no, the only thing that made them money last year was like their sponge, and I was like, oh my god, I contributed to that. Do you know something in Spanish? Hola. Have you ever done makeup on someone with 2 different eye shapes or lids? Yes. A lot of people have a preference for what eye, and for me at least, I prefer this eye for makeup. And what I have to do is kind of like step back every now and then, like look at the mirror from far away to make sure they're both even, because if I kind of concentrate both eyes individually, they can end up looking very dissimilar because my eyes are 2 different shapes. I think this eye is more like closed. And how did you start being a fan of Monsta X? My friend invited me to a fan sighting. Are you coming to KCON Thailand? Would you ever make a look inspired by American beauty trends? I actually did, but I scrapped it. Making an American look with K-beauty products video, but I never posted. I deleted it because I look like shit. I also got a lot of questions about makeup tips for beginners. Start with your brows and your skin. Maybe it's just your dark circles that you need to cover, or maybe you have just redness here, or maybe you have breakouts all over. Then you want to find a way of like even my best, like I said in that video, the student makeup video, my favorite way of dealing with like kind of evening everything out, even if you're not covering every single blemish, very thin layer of foundation over just to get a more even tone. And then you don't even have to use a super heavy concealer, but just like a liquid concealer. More here, there's a lot of really great concealers out these days, more in the center here, and blend it out. That combination, it's really thin all over, but it's more even. Then you get even more coverage from the concealer here. But as long as you're using a thin layer, then it's not gonna look too heavy and you blend it out really well. I feel like that really helps in terms of skin. Of course, you don't need all of that if your skin is better than like mine maybe. But then brows, I guess you're just gonna have to find a brow shape that suits you the best. And if anything, clean up under the brows. That's what really gets me. Oh, we all remember the dreaded rubber mask, but that's what we're gonna use today. Also, because I got a lot of new subscribers recently, I've seen a lot of people describing me as like a makeup artist. I'm not a makeup artist. Never describe myself as one. Even subscribers that I've met in person, they'll be like with their parents, and their parents like, "Ooh, who's this one?" My viewer will be like, "Oh, he's a makeup artist." I'm not one, sweetie. I slap super light foundation on my face and hope for the best. What keeps you motivated to keep doing YouTube? I'm kind of in this position where I can talk about K-beauty or talk about Korea or K-pop. So I have a lot to work around when it comes to making content. So there's always something new for me to talk about. Your all-time favorite hair color or style? I really enjoy blonde on me. I feel like every time I change my hairstyle, everyone's like, oh my god, this is the best color you've had so far. But it's like every color that I change to. Personally, I kind of really enjoy blonde on me because I just find it easier to wear a little bit more makeup. When you have darker hair, it can look a little bit heavier. I feel like if you're a girl, it doesn't really matter that much because you can wear as much makeup as you want. But for me, I try to keep it more on the natural side, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, I wear makeup, but I don't really go around walking with like cut crease, like heavy cat wing. So when I have blonde hair, it's not as heavy looking on me because when you have dark hair, it's kind of a lot of heaviness around here. So we have lighter hair, it kind of takes away from that, and so we can put more focus on the makeup. Do you think some idols from the big 3 are gay? Of course. There's been such a focus lately about, not even lately, but like all of this ever since ever. People wanting to know whether idols are gay or not, or which one, like, it's like a witch hunt to find which ones are gay, and it's just like, I guess. I have this friend, we've been friends for a few years now, and last year we actually liked each other, but we didn't know because we both had friends that liked us. My friend liked him, and his friend liked me, so we both stopped liking each other. He doesn't know I know that he liked me, by the way. So I feel like if he finds out, or I tell him, our friendship might die. And he told me one of his other friends liked me. So like, I've just been pushing and pulling. What should I do? You have this friend, you both liked each other before, but you stopped liking each other because you both had other friends that liked the other one. His friend liked you, and your friend liked him. I don't see why that's a reason to stop liking them though. Are you dating this person that liked you? You just don't want to lose the friendship over telling him that you liked him? I mean, what is there to lose to telling that, especially if you're not even liking each other anymore? It sounds to me like you just want to keep them wrapped around your little finger. It could go either way. If you tell him that you liked him before, I don't see how it would matter because you both stopped liking each other. And if you don't tell him, then you don't tell him. Hello, what are some international Korean clothing websites? Well, I'd like to take a moment to talk about today's sponsor, YesStyle.com. They provided me with I'm kidding. YesStyle.com, they ship Korean clothes. They've been sponsoring a lot of YouTubers, so you can check them out. Advice on applying eyeshadow. I only have one eyeshadow brush. Actually, for a lot of looks that I do, which is like not that many, I can get away with just using one brush. It depends on the shape of the brush though. Like the flat settle down. The kind of flat placement brushes, like the packing brushes, you can kind of blend as well. Or even with your finger, just take some on your finger and kind of just like concentrate more at the lash line. And kind of, what I do is I concentrate at the lash line. And as I'm blending upwards, I make sure I have less and less on my finger so that by the time I get up here, it's all blended out already. And you know, my pinky finger for underneath the eyes, and I actually use my ring finger to apply shimmer. So the only issue is when you need to get like super precise, like, you know, crease work or like a line, then you obviously just need to use a brush. Been to England before? If so, your thoughts on our accent and culture. I feel like it goes for anything. It can be whether Australia or England or like wherever. People that don't live there, if this is from my experience, I feel like I've met people that want to go there so badly, like love the place, but then the people that I've talked to that are from there, they're like, fucking hate it. Of course, not everybody that lives there hates it, but even in Korea, be like, oh my god, yes, I want to live in Korea so badly. But then I talk to Koreans, they're like, I want to fucking leave Korea so badly. I don't often use the word cringe, but it's kind of cringe now whenever the topic of England comes up and then someone does the fucking thing. Can I have a cup of water? I'm so over it, sis. I feel like this mask is not really drying, but it's falling down my face. So help, exams, help. Can't help you there, sorry. How to deal with an extremely toxic circle, but they're your only friends. Girl, you must not love yourself. You need to drop them because you're probably gonna be a lot better not being friends with them, like especially mentally. It's good to have nice people around you, but you don't need to have friends around you, especially if they're toxic like that. So if I were you, I would just drop them and find other avenues of like maybe being friends with your parents. Woo! It seems like I'm getting a lot of questions about like, I hate being in school, help me. You're just gonna get, like I was saying earlier, you gotta get through it as hard as it is and as shitty as that. It's not even really advice, it's kind of just like, just do it. I can see myself writing all these comments because that's how I felt, but I don't know who it was, but people are like, oh, high school, best 4 years of it. They are not the best 4 years of your life. They are shit, they suck. For me at least. But high school isn't that great. Once you get out of high school, life gets so much fucking better. What do you do to take care of yourself and love yourself? I put makeup on and do my hair and wear nice clothes. But mentally, I often will talk to my friends about if I'm having you know, bad feelings, or like, I feel like holding feelings in your head and thoughts in your head is one of the worst things that you can do. When you have something on your chest, I feel like there's, even if you're not talking to it, like if you write it down, like type it out. Even for me, I've, you know, responded to hate comments and like I'll write this whole thing, but then I don't post it. But that makes me feel a lot better because at least I got the thoughts out. Keep a journal, you know, write a diary. But I feel like that really helps because it lets you, not project, it helps you get those feelings out of your head. Because when they're just stuck in here, especially if you're the type of person that's always in your room all the time, just like formulating all these thoughts, then you start to think things that aren't really true and, you know, make you feel worse. And also oftentimes I live by the phrase like, 어쩔 수 없어, like there's nothing you can do about it. And that helps me get, that's probably not a good thing, but oftentimes when I just think like, well, sucks for me, can't do anything about that, then I forget about it and I just move on. How's your sis doing? I actually don't really talk to her that much, so I don't know how. I guess she's all right. Girl, she tried to bring her ass over to KCON New York. She's like, take me to KCON New York. And I was like, bitch, get an invitation. She was like, pay for my plane ticket. Bye-bye. Would you go out with Big Marvel anytime soon? Go out, like dating? What do you think about Stray Kids? I wasn't really interested in them. Then I saw them at KCON New York, I think. Oh my god. What's his name? Bangchan? Oh my god, he's so, the one with the big nose. He is so cute. He's such a boy. Love that. Love that for him and for me. Wonho will not come for you. Oh honey, I know that. I wouldn't want to come for me either. What should I do if I want my boyfriend's attention? First of all, you need to evaluate if you're in a relationship. If he's not giving you attention in the first place. Oh my god, it's like falling. Oh, it's already, okay. All right, okay. All right. Oh wow, you see my skin? No, it's looking less porous. What made you want to start making music? Nothing really. Aura just came up to me and was like, do you want to sing for us? I was like, I guess. Just curious, after the nose surgery, how was everything? Aftercare, post-surgery? My nose is fine. It's been over a year now since my nose, over a year and a half actually since my nose job, and it's like all the swelling is gone. Actually, from my old nose, it doesn't look that different. It's just from the side where she's looking snatched. Other than like the first 2 weeks where they're like checking up on you, there's not really much aftercare really. It's just don't break your nose. It's about your makeup skills actually. Did you take any academic courses or are you just self-taught? Self-taught. I do my makeup based on my face shape, so. But it's weird because whenever I do other people's makeup, I explain it as if I learned from somewhere. I need to like stop doing that because I make it seem I'm giving people the wrong impression that I'm a makeup artist. I'm not. How do you feel about shipping? I honestly, shipping is one of those things that I never really understood about like K-pop idols and like, you know, fans and stuff, and not even just idols, but like when people do that to me and other people, I never understood it, but it's just something that I came to the conclusion that it's just a part of life. It is a part of the system. How tall are you? I'm 175 centimeters. How do you pronounce your last name? How do I pronounce my last name? Avila? Avila? Ugh. I remember there was a point in time where I hated my name because it was just so awkward to say. When I talk, I often talk too fast and like my mouth jumbles words a lot. I always feel like there's something in my mouth that's been giving me a hard time pronouncing things. So even Edward Avila sounds really awkward for me to say. And especially when I was younger, I was just like, I hate my name. Why can't you just name me like Tom? Cream or powder blush? I like powder blush. Do you like any British artists? Sorry if you have been asked this before. I'm a new fan. I don't think I've been asked that before. It's Charlie. Do you still remember the first makeup product you ever used? Oh my god. It was this Maybelline. It was the one that Michelle Phan used on Ray William Johnson in her men's makeup tutorial from like a decade ago. I remember, oh god, when I went to the store, I wanted to be super low key. It was back when Maybelline would only have like 3 shades of their concealer and it would be in like that paper and plastic packaging. And like I couldn't like tell from like the packaging because it's just like medium, light medium, but like the packaging made it look like super, like they're all the same. And so I went up to them, I was just like, hi, my sister needs concealer and like, could you like help me out? Like we're exactly the same skin tone. She was like, I guess this. Took it home. Wasn't the right shade. Actually, no, it was the right shade. It's just that one side, that brightening side, I didn't know what that was for. And I was just following Michelle Phan and like, I guess I was using it incorrectly, but you know when you like go to the beach, or you see those people at the beach where it's like white and they're like orange, it would look like that. Yes, I am aware. There is a cotton fuzz caught in my beard. Have you ever read fanfiction about yourself? Oh, bitch. If not, please make a video on it. I've not. I've been linked it sometimes, but I don't read it past like the title. A lot of times the title is enough. Not actually a question, but thanks so much. Your humor is saving YouTube comedy. Honestly, I'm boring now. If you want real funny, I will link below Nisi Pizza. She is hilarious. If you like deadpan, doesn't take herself too seriously, very sarcastic humor, you will love her channel. I will link down below. That's the channel I've been watching a lot lately, and I'm just like, that's how I want to be. Have you ever thought about doing a tour of some kind? Yeah, I have actually thought about holding more meet and greets, because I literally, it's just KCON. Even people are like on the KCON like announce whenever they announce a new person, can you please invite new people? Because it's like the same YouTubers like every fucking year with like slight adjustments here and there. So I wanted to have like my own little Jake Paul Team 10 World Tour of the sorts. How to not be a dumbass, just kidding. How to stop procrastinating. Oh my god, that was wild. My camera's overheating, so I think I will leave things here. My advice for those that are struggling with procrastination and just like getting things done. The hardest part, even for me, the hardest, like, I look over here because I'm like, cleaning. The hardest part for me, like for example, with cleaning, is getting started. It's just, I'm so fucking lazy. When I start, I like go into like drive mode and like I just go and I finish everything, you know, in one go. I get work done. So the hardest part is just starting. I think one of the pieces of advice that I got from my English teacher in high school was start, the rest is easy, which is true. The hardest part is always starting, but once you get started, whether it be homework or, you know, studying or getting the dishes done, throwing the trash out, is just getting up to go do it and start. My camera is overheating as per usual, so yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna finish the rest of my lukewarm room temperature Pepsi Cola in this strange packaging, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Hey, bye.